Test. Okay, turn the other ones off. So this is what. That way.
Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York. Welcome to the day before Thanksgiving.
Wonderful Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe to be. It is a wonderful foodie Wednesday. Do you like onion?
Love onion.
You've got a nice vegan tuna fish sandwich coming your way to go with these buffalo hot wings, but they're not wings. They're cauliflower. They're absolutely amazing. So tune in to the Brooklyn Cafe TV today. We've got Susan Warline with us. We've got some food, holiday skincare, and then we go into a great 1 o'clock segment. We've got our crew eating. Annie is so excited that she can eat this. She says, "You mean I can eat this? It's vegetarian?" Susan goes, "No, it's vegan. We can eat this too." Are you going to be eating again?
Yes, I'm
This
cutting
is not
this so
real
she can
tuna
taste
fish.
it. I know that.
What is it made out of?
Chickpeas.
No way.
And
And
Seriously?
my mayonnaise and my version of mayonnaise that I make with cashews, and it's sweet relish, onion, sprouts.
I can't even believe the cauliflower hot sauce is amazing. You said you came with, it's funny because we were talking yesterday, we've had all of these amazing sauces from Amazon barbecue sauce that Jamie brought in from 3D Puzzles. And she didn't know, so we've had all these different sauces, so I think you should test every single one. You know, he got annoyed that I filmed him eating yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because he's sitting here eating and I'm not even doing the filming.
I wanted to try this.
How is it?
This is unbelievable. What is this?
It's it's not really real tuna fish because it's vegan, but it's made out of chickpeas and the mayonnaise that I make homemade to put in with the chickpeas, and then relish, onion, celery, some garlic powder, a little bit
Taste
of
that.
onion powder, some salt and pepper.
I should taste that.
And then the chow cheese is a really great vegan cheese that I found. I think it's better than Daiya cheese, so I put that on. And most of the times I'll make like a tuna melt, but I didn't want it to be, I want it to
What's
be
the chow
fresh.
cheese made of?
It's made out of almond milk.
Seriously, Hector, did you try it? I know, I take it apart. I'm sorry, Freddie. Hector, did you try it?
No, not yet.
The cheese is made out of, oh my gosh.
Isn't that like
That is
unbelievable?
unbelievable.
Now, as we sit here,
As we sit here and eating lunch the day before Thanksgiving, just saying you should all partake and come on down to our studio. We're at 1440 North Federal Highway. And that is blue cheese dressing, but it can't be dairy, so I don't know what's in it.
what's in the blue cheese dairy?
It's tofu mixed with my mayonnaise and parsley and rice vinegar and a little bit of salt and pepper and
Oh my
agave syrup.
gosh.
You gotta open a restaurant, woman.
Freddie,
Dawn!
this is unbelievable.
Isn't it?
Do you know I stopped eating tuna fish salad for a couple reasons. One is the mayonnaise. I always tell my mother, the mayonnaise doesn't agree with my stomach. So I've stopped.
But this is not real man.
I know.
Correct.
And it's absolutely delicious. And the sprouts on the bread, everything.
Wow. Wow.
What'd you put in the hot sauce?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, now you just have to have a vegan Buckeye to take away the pain in your mouth.
Well, we started with dessert. We had the vegan Buckeye. Anyone know what a vegan Buckeye is?
If you do, call in.
I'm just saying, you got to give us a call because when you told us yesterday, I had to think about it. I didn't want to sound uneducated, as Freddie calls it.
Uneducated.
So when you told somebody else about a vegan Buckeye, I had to actually think what that was. The peanut butter, did you try one? Delicious, right? You bake.
That's scary, that peanut butter thing.
It's,
Are you selling those?
I could, if, because they all would go to charity as well. You know what I mean? Well, some to me and some to charity because, the food is, of course, costs money. So, but the vegan buckets are great because it's also the Ohio State-Michigan game this weekend. So I try to make them for the big games that we have.
So did you go to
And my
Ohio
kids-
State?
I met my husband at Ohio State. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, originally. So
I went to University of Miami, but it's all good. I still remember that really bad game that we lost to you guys.
That was a great game.
And I don't remember football, and it was a long. What
That was
year
a
was
great
that?
game. I don't know, but that was a good
It
game.
was in overtime, and we were in Orlando. The kids were little in Disney World, and went to the ale house, and they were screaming at this game. We lost in triple overtime. It's
Yeah.
a long time ago.
It was a
Showing
bad
my
call.
age on
this
that
past weekend was a really rough game. I mean, Maryland was not even ranked, and
But
we
you
won
beat
by
them.
the skin of our teeth.
You get a feel.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you party.
Yes, that's right.
one. Good morning, Troy. You need to join us for this amazing vegan food. This tuna fish sandwich is incredible. You love tuna fish. Can you
Love
tell
it.
it's not made from tuna? It's made from
My
chickpeas,
mind
Freddie.
is thinking it's tuna fish.
But
That's all
it's
that
not.
matters.
It's chickpeas.
Mm-mm.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
Did you guys eat? Annie? She's still eating. I love that everyone. And this, Susan, how did you make this cauliflower? I love this.
So the dressing on it is a whole wheat pastry flour, and then I put in there some fresh paprika, salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder.
Try this. It's good. I know.
And I love using Larry's garlic salt is like one of my favorite things to make because it also has parsley in it. So I mix all the batter together, and then I do 2 cups of the unsweetened almond milk.
Uh-huh.
And that's the batter. So then you coat it, and then you bake it for about a half an hour, and then you take it out, and then I brush it with a barbecue sauce that I make, and then that's it. It's really, really easy to make.
Have you tried this habanero sauce?
The what sauce?
This habanero sauce. Put this on your
I
finger.
already put
Try
sauce in
this.
it. Isn't
No.
that what I put in?
No, I don't think so. 'cause
Yeah, I
can't
put it
even
right
get this-
here.
Try that one.
I did.
I wanted to do that show. What was it called? That we talked about yesterday with the hot sauce, Jaja? What's the show called yesterday with the hot sauce? Hot Ones. Yes. Put this in the hot ones. Try that sauce and then try and.
I put it in here.
That's not. Try the hot sauce.
No.
That's the blue cheese. This, I'm telling you.
I told you I mixed it.
Oh my gosh.
I mixed
Ready.
it up.
Try it.
Try this.
Holy smoke in my mouth, I'm telling you.
Try that. Try this right here with a little sauce and a
I
little.
think your friend's calling me. Is she from Illinois?
Yep.
What's her name?
Paula.
Hi, Paula. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. We're trying to get our phone lines hooked up, but in the meantime, we're going to answer my phone. Here's my phone right here.
Where's your phone?
I'm going to put it over here.
Of course, you're gonna put it right where I'm eating.
I'll put it over here next
There
to
you
my
go.
food. Paula, we've got Susan here with us, and we're eating all of her delicious vegan food. Have you tried Susan's cooking?
I have not. I have to get myself down to Florida and check that out.
That's right. Get on the plane. Get down here right now. We're here on the
Absolutely
answer
do.
too.
How do you guys know each other?
Oh,
Really?
from her son Kyle. And
Because you're from Chicago.
from Chicago, yeah, and I know her son, and then they introduced me to Trey Skin and just developed a partnership and a love for the skincare.
Let me get the hot sauce. The one that you open.
They're all open. Which one do you
That
want?
one, the one that you just used.
Oh, I want to see my.
You guys
Puerto-
wanna try
I
it?
want to see my Puerto Rican partner try the habanero sauce.
I
The
just
chili
tried
sauce.
it. I put it with the blue cheese.
I'd be in the hospital if I ate that.
Paula, we're eating some
Are
of
you eating
Susan's
this?
delicious food. Go, I've got another sandwich here.
Oh, okay.
She made cauliflower hot wings. And
Oh, yum.
are you
my gosh.
vegan? You're getting ready for Thanksgiving.
I am not vegan, but I've been on a diet since January, and I lost almost 70 pounds. So
Congratulations.
70 pounds.
How did you do that?
I'm on a program called Optivia, and so I eat their food, and then once a day we have a lean and green, and it's a fat burning program. So my husband and I are both on it, and he's lost almost 90 pounds. So
Congratulations. What a year to be thankful for.
Close my
oh my
laptop.
God, so thankful. And the thing I'm really thankful for is that I can go shopping again and look really good.
You
Oh,
want
my husband doesn't like that too much. He's like, "Are you shopping again?"
But you feel really good, right? And that's the most important thing, is you feel good.
I feel good. My head's clear. I look good. My skin is great because of Tray Skin, and I'm pretty happy all around.
Tell us about this Tray Skin line. Susan brought it on last week, and she had all different kinds, right? You've got the normal, you've got the acne prone. We gave it to some of our producers that have different skin types. How did you start this product?
Well, about 2009 in March, we decided that we were going to come out with a skincare line, but the thing that we really wanted to make sure of was that it was different than other skincare lines, because there's so many on the market, you just don't know what to choose. And so these products, most products on the market are based with water. Water is an inexpensive filler. It doesn't do anything for the skin. It's not therapeutic. It's just a good base for a lot of skincare companies, and so because it doesn't cost a lot. But we wanted something different, and so we also know that aloe is a therapeutic ingredient. It heals the skin. It's been around since 6000 BC with Cleopatra. So it's therapeutic, and we wanted the most purest form of aloe, the kind that you can actually use at hospitals for burn victims, for example, to heal the skin. So when you have a base of a high grade of aloe, and it's processed a certain way, it's not your typical aloe that you buy at the grocery store, and it's the 7th item listed, and it's a very inexpensive quality. So this is a pharmaceutical grade. That's what we call it, pharmaceutical grade of aloe, because it's the most pure and the most potent form. So aloe also penetrates the skin, whereas water can't penetrate deep enough to go where it's actually needed, such as the factory where your skin cells and your collagen and elastin is produced. So the aloe penetrates the skin deep enough to actually become therapeutic for all of those things that you need, especially as we age.
How'd you get involved doing this, Paula?
Well, I know the owners, Holly and Maury, and so I have been in different companies in the past, different skincare companies, and I just thought it would be a good fit, certainly, to get involved with them. But, starting a new company and being there from the ground floor and helping them with everything from labels to products and then we're a direct sales company, and so we have consultants across the United States that promote our products.
And Susan, how did you start working with this?
Yeah, how'd you find this?
Well, I found it through her son Kyle, and they also know that I'm vegan, so it's a plant-based product. And also being in Florida, I was very intrigued because it's made out of aloe, and aloe is so good for your skin, especially for us Floridians down here. It's vital that we keep our skin, not only clean, but also moisturize it all the time, as well as protected with SPF. And that's what's nice about the products, is it has all of that in there, but I'm also very sensitive. So I said, sure, I'll give it a try. And then once I tried it, I just loved it. And then they learned more about Flying for Hope, and now they're one of our sponsors, not only for it, but now we're thinking about working with Michael as well to do a CBD line with this product as well.
We're actually making a CBD skincare line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's long in coming, but Michael was talking about that.
Right.
It's an interesting concept. I mean, he puts it in coffee, he puts it in everything. You
Because it's already natural, and you're already putting in a natural CBD. So I actually sent Paula Michael's CBD products, and I think they got them yesterday. Did you get yours yesterday?
Yes, I got them. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm loving the bears.
Yeah, aren't they good?
Yeah.
Not only do they taste good, they really help with my anxiety. They really, I know I ate them all, and you're not sharing yours with me.
No, you ate mine. I got no more bears.
Yours melted. I ate them all. You should see me in the
It was
car.
one giant glob.
It was a glob.
But they're
I've
still
been pulling
good.
apart. This cauliflower is amazing.
It is. You like the little Mexican dance I got there?
Freddie's mixed your blue cheese with some of this extra habanero chili sauce.
Because the blue cheese is supposed to cool the heat.
Correct.
So when you mix it, you get the taste of the chili sauce.
That's because my mouth was on
Unbelievable.
fire. And this is made from cashews?
Correct. Cashews and tofu.
That's my new friend, Cashew.
Oh my gosh, Dylan, you gotta try all this food. Freddie, there's more plates of food.
I just want to mention, too, that right now, during the month of November, Tray Skin is helping Flying for Hope. And any sales that come through TraceGenRx.com/flying4, F-O-R, hope, 50% of sales are going to go to Flying for Hope. So we're here to, to really help support and Flying for Hope, and of course everybody can get beautiful skin too. So we're really excited about that.
Well, while we're talking about that, Susan, tell everyone about Flying for Hope, because last week we sort of had a blackout in the studio. We didn't get a whole lot of time to talk about the Trace Skin of Flying for Hope.
We were grounded.
We kind of got, Del Rey kind of got grounded. Flying for Hope, you have an amazing organization.
Yeah, so Flying for Hope was started 6.5 years ago in Chicago, and in Chicago I was working in hospice, and I've come to find that so many families could not see their loved ones before they passed away because they couldn't afford the flight or the bus or the train ticket. So a Facebook post came about from my cousin Jay and basically said, does anyone need a round-trip airline ticket? I'm in Alaska. He refurbishes boats and yachts and stuff, so he couldn't use the ticket. So I made a joke about it and kind of said, hey, well, why don't you, give me your ticket? And he could have saved me some money to go to Orlando. I kind of made a joke about it. And then a couple days later, he posted again, and I said, hey, why don't you donate it to your local hospice organization? So about 3 weeks later, I get a call from a hospice and palliative company in Washington State, in the Seattle area, and they said, asked me if it was me that I was on the phone, Susan Warline, and I said, yeah, and they said, well, not only did your cousin donate the ticket, but a 21-year-old girl got to go see her grandmother she hadn't seen in over 10 years and was with her for about 10 days and was also with her when she passed away. So that was such an amazing gift for that granddaughter to be with her grandmother. So I can't come to think about, well, what if I started my own charity and, incorporate any kind of crisis, whether it's a medical emergency, surgery, natural disasters, because we have hurricanes and tornadoes, snow, things like that, and, treatments. A lot of people need to get to their cancer treatments, and they'll pay for their flight there, but they won't pay for their flight back. So we serve the entire United States. We've helped over 200 people, and we're excited to have our 6th annual Love is in the Air Gala on Valentine's Day weekend at PJ National Resort and Spa.
You gonna go? Mm-hmm. She gave you an He's
I'm
still
eating.
chewing, Paula. He's eating. He tells me not to film while he's eating. We're 25 minutes into the show. I'm
Do you
still
know?
eating.
That's a man for you.
What was she saying?
That's a man for you.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Do you know cauliflower and me, we have a love affair. Anything cauliflower, I love. And then you put the sauce on it, and that sauce and that other sauce, forget about it. I mean, you guys can do the show yourselves. I gotta eat.
Dylan, what do you think? Excellent. Annie? You've
Dylan,
never seen
don't
anyone
choke,
so
Dylan.
quiet. It's so delicious.
What do you think, Annie?
Look at Annie's face. She's like, yeah, got this.
She's like, I'm not talking right
Isn't
now.
it delicious? Now, you are a chef. Do you have a restaurant? Or if you don't, why?
Well, because it costs a lot of money to have a restaurant, so that's what I would like to do one day. But my vegan catering is called My Conscious Plate, and you can go to myconsciousplate.org. We make meals every other week, and we deliver to Palm Beach County and Broward County.
To vegans. Maybe you should deliver to vegan restaurants.
I have an idea.
I'm not sure that they're cooking, so and all this, by the way, is oil free. I don't use any oil in my cooking.
Do you know? Yes.
I want to talk to Dan.
You're going to put a kitchen.
I want, not a kitchen. They can
We
make
had
it at
one.
home. We can make it and bring it. I want to open a coffee shop outside by the pool. Right? It's so beautiful, the outside of the gallery. There's a little waiting pool. It's a beautiful time of year. We can serve coffee and maybe the Buckeyes or maybe some pie, like little samplings.
I think we should get Mo
Okay.
from Corner Porch.
Okay.
Because I can feel his menu between her and Chef Z. This
know.
is unbelievable. And those peanut butter balls things, are you kidding me? Man, woman, and child and beast will love those things.
They're a very big hit at my house.
Oh
for
my
sure.
God.
Everything is so delicious and it's so healthy for you.
That's the other, let's get into that a little bit. Is it healthy? Because what's in the sauce? Is there any sugars?
Just agave syrup,
Agave.
which is a low glycemic.
It's easy to digest.
Mm-hmm.
They
It's
put
so
me on
simple.
agave one time and my sugar spiked because I couldn't break it down. I guess it was what I was eating it with. I didn't have a cauliflower.
Yeah, so when you're incorporating meat and all these fish
Yeah.
items in your diet and eggs, that is what's increasing your cholesterol. That's increasing your diabetes risk because it's clogging your arteries and in your bloodstream. And when you're eating vegan, it basically your body's just taking in whole plant whole foods. So it's like you're not and it goes right through you. Whereas like when you're eating a lot of meat and different fish and dairy, it kind of just like stays there. And that's why it takes so long for that to digest. With being a vegan, it's nice because that's why we can eat a lot during the day and eat small meals during the day, because it's going right through your digestive system as your digestive system wants you to do.
How long does it take you to make this?
Well, let's see, I did it fresh this morning because I don't want to make it overnight. You can, but I like everything fresh. So probably the cauliflower made me about 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops.
Oh, you put the sprouts in the sauce too, Freddie.
Yes.
Did you eat the sprouts? You must have, because it's all gone.
In my business, I like to mix stuff.
Is that the Puerto Rican thing?
Yeah, you ever notice when people eat and they put things like in departments? Here's one thing, here's another,
Right.
and then there's like a fine line, and you don't want it to cross. I can't. I put it all
Sprouts
together.
are really good. You know what I want to do a segment
It's in your
on?
sandwich.
My producers. I want to do a segment on the evolution of the tuna fish sandwich.
There's an evolution.
There's an evolution, right? And I think about it because my grandfather and my grandparents always made tuna fish sandwiches when we go to their house. And then there's the mayonnaise and like so much tuna fish, right? And everyone makes it different. And then you used to bring tuna fish sandwiches here to the gallery for lunch.
I remember.
And I said to you, I don't know anyone that makes a tuna fish sandwich other than my grandparents. And now Susan brings a vegan tuna fish sandwich. So I want to do a show
Vegan.
on the
Which is healthy.
evolution of the tuna fish sandwich, right? It's so American. It's so
You know,
basic.
you are a very strange human being.
But I can
That's all I
eat it
gotta say.
again.
Now I got a question for you.
It's like the tuna melt.
Okay,
Ugh.
take it easy.
But
Slow
this is
down.
delicious.
When she eats, she gets all this energy, and then we have to give her CBD to sort of tranquilize. I would like to have, you know how we have restaurants that come in
Yes.
and they talk about their food like Mo does, the corner porch and stuff. Instead of doing that, this is like finger food.
This
This
is
is-
great for Super Bowl.
Super Bowl parties,
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving, when you're watching the parade, this is like finger foods, right?
Right.
I would like to somehow incorporate her, Chef Z, all the vegans, and then on every show, we highlight, we're going to open up a restaurant, a catering restaurant. We're going to have people try your food and order. We're going to have an order form so people can try it. I don't know if you can handle the volume. What's the matter?
How's that, Maverick?
Oh, look at this. Maverick chews. Maverick chews. He chews his food.
Paula,
Good.
you're not vegan.
I am not vegan, no, but I don't eat a lot of meat.
Is that all part of the? You know, everyone eats meat, and you realize that not that I'm telling you not to eat meat, but you have options,
Yeah.
and
You
you
don't
can get
eat meat.
delicious food
You don't eat
as
meat.
options. I don't love meat, but it was a whole
Here, try this.
Weight Watchers weight issue
Here,
and
try this.
cholesterol thing. We've eaten how many plates of this cauliflower?
Don't count it. Just eat it.
But it's got to be healthy, right?
Yeah, but I have it all.
Love
I got.
cauliflower pizza crust.
Isn't that the
cauliflower.
best?
Yeah, I make a great pizza too.
Must be a
The
woman
pizza
thing.
crust. Oh my god!
You
And
can,
Annie's filming it.
you're eating with your fingers?
I eat everything with my fingers.
And what's nice too is a lot of people think
I
that
think it tastes better that way.
being vegan,
Right.
like you only eat celery sticks. Like this is good food. I mean, you can make so many. Like for Thanksgiving, my daughter Ashley is going to make her squash mac and cheese. It tastes just like macaroni and cheese. It's delicious.
Yeah, what are you having for Thanksgiving?
So we're having. I make a great green bean casserole. So I make my own cream of mushroom soup instead of out of the can. You know, I make everything fresh, and then you know your standard, onions and green beans and stuff like that. And then I'm making a sweet corn sour cream casserole dish,
Wow.
which is like cornbread, but it's like really moist. It's
Really?
delicious. I already made buckeyes, which I started eating this morning because my daughter came downstairs and it's like, I'm like, don't touch those. That's for Freddie and Dawn. Can't touch that.
Touch those. Those are for
Can't
Freddie
touch those.
and
I'll make
Dawn.
more when I get home.
I'll bite her arm. This is delicious.
Are those vegan, Susan?
Yes.
Buckeye? Oh my gosh.
Yep, I made vegan buckeyes. They're peanut butter and the chocolate is called Enjoy Life, and it's dairy free, nut free, soy free, and it melts just like normal. You know, because a lot
In
of
that
times people
peanut
put
butter?
wax in chocolate to make it stick to the peanut butter, and you just gotta freeze the balls. After I roll them, I put them in the freezer, and then I use a toothpick, and then I just dip it into the melted chocolate and put them back in the freezer, so it forms even better.
There is nothing more delicious than frozen balls.
Yeah.
Frozen peanut butter balls.
Yes, the best.
You know what I said yesterday? It's like we're the Reese's cup, your chocolate, and my peanut butter. We could be the Buckeyes, the Brooklyn Cafe Buckeyes. It's kind of like your chocolate meets my peanut butter. And
You're gonna be a Buckeye. In your house, that ain't
really
gonna go
shouldn't be
too
a
well.
Buckeye.
That ain't gonna go
It's
too
a
well.
hurricane, but
And Georgia Bulldogs. My daughter went to Georgia. That won't go too
not
well.
so much. But it's football season, right?
It is, and this is the perfect finger food. So I'm thinking, and then we could do something with the hot sauces on it. Can you take the hot sauce challenge?
It's a total can you take the hot sauce challenge. You guys try the sauces?
Did you try the hot
You
sauce?
tried the habanero?
You like it?
Try the habanero
Try it.
without the blue cheese.
No, they can't do that.
Just put it on your finger and try it without the. Can we get
Dylan, you
camera
like
on
hot
Jaja?
sauce?
Do I want that habanero sauce?
Try
Yeah,
the habanero sauce because it's a little hot.
It's good. It's not that hot.
Did you try it alone?
You like hot stuff, right?
Let it linger. Let it marinate a little bit.
You know how you could tell that she likes hot stuff?
Because she
'cause
is
she's-
the hair.
No, because she's thin.
Is that
You
what?
you ever notice that people that love hot sauce are usually thin?
Really?
That's
Yeah.
my daughter Ashley. My husband and my daughter Ashley love like the sriracha sauce. I would be like in the hospital. I can't handle.
And she loves it.
So I'll have to make sauces that are in, or she'll make them because I can't taste them because my mouth will be on fire. You should ask my husband. It's just. It's
And
not
she
very
thin?
fun. Very, very.
You see?
Well, talk about the evolution of food, the green bean casserole, right? They were talking about that. It was the Campbell's soup with those crunchy noodles and frozen green beans. Absolutely nothing healthy in it, but you evolved it. That's the beautiful thing. You can take a
You ate that?
classic. Oh my gosh.
You ate that?
I didn't really eat
Wow,
it,
I'm
but
impressed.
that
That's
Campbell's
good.
cream of mushroom soup, again, my grandparent would cook with that stuff also.
Like sometimes you gotta have the naughty because it tastes nice.
I think you're old school because you eat like they used to eat.
What the hell am I gonna eat? I gotta eat something.
But we don't eat like that.
Why?
It must be like a New York Bronx thing, I think. How
You from the
grew up
Bronx?
eating. No, she doesn't eat like that, but you do.
I
You
eat like
did.
what? I used to. I used to eat
Tuna
anything.
fish, the green bean casserole,
I used to put-
the cream of mushroom. Do you eat cream of mushroom soup?
I love it.
There you
I
have
used to put pound cake with the tuna fish on top.
You did not.
I did.
Oh wow.
And he's like, really?
Tuna
Freddie,
fish
what?
and pound cake.
What'd you talk about, Freddie?
It was the best. And I used to make mayonnaise on Ritz cracker sandwiches. You know who ate that way? Judy. Judy ate that
Did
way.
she?
Yeah, me and her used to text. Are you having a, because I can't eat that anymore. Are you having a mayo sandwich on Ritz?
What do you think of that sauce, Hector? It's sour. It's hot, no? Habanero pepper. Oh my gosh. Paula, where can we get the
How
skin
did we
line?
get that? Yeah.
The Trace Skin RX. And through the month of November, we've got about another week left. Half of the proceeds go back to Flying for Hope.
Correct. Yeah, it's traceskinrx.com/flying-for-hope.com.
Yeah, awesome. We've got a lot of great things: cleansers, moisturizers, a patented exfoliant.
Do you have an eye cream?
Exfoliant for sure, and ours is great. It really helps get rid of the dead skin and get that youthful glow. And people
Try
say
it.
after 2 days, "Oh my gosh, my skin's
As soon as
glowing."
finished
So
eating.
definitely try that one.
How about for men? Will it keep your youthful glow, Freddie?
Actually, the men love our purifying cleanser. You can use it to shave
You're gonna take
with.
one home.
It's their
Yeah, this is the purifying cleanser.
Is it?
Yeah. Men love all of our products, and for an aftershave, bonus. So you can get beautiful skin, nice and soft.
I'll tell you what. If you come down to the set, I will use that on the set with you sitting here.
We should do it
I'll
tomorrow.
do it for a week.
Black Friday.
Well, she can't come.
Then you can
That
wash your
fast.
skin with it tomorrow.
I can, but I want her to be on the set with us.
TraceSkinRx.com/flying FOR Hope. Half the proceeds go back to Flying for Hope for your event, which is Valentine's Day weekend. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, I'm full already. I am stuffed on this lunch hour. Paula, thank you so much. We'll stay in touch. Take a quick commercial break. Have
Are
some
you
more
guys
hot
ready
sauce,
for commercial?
and we'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Welcome to the Probiotic Protection Zone. The Airbiotic system distributes millions of safe and all-natural environmental probiotics into the air and on surfaces using the latest ultrasonic and nanotechnology. Airbiotics is a movement to save us and the future generations from antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Reduce your risk of allergies, skin infection, colds, and flu. Get rid of deep-seated odors and enter into a protective shield of Airbiotics. Order your Airbiotics personal or environmental system today at airbioticszone.com. AIRBIOTIXZONE.com. Good for use in nursing homes, schools, travel, or daily use. Order yours today. airbioticszone.com. Who's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in
What
Delray?
time do you open for breakfast?
9 a.m.
Welcome to the corner porch off of beautiful Atlantic Avenue here in Delray Beach, Florida. Now, this place is tremendous.
What else do we have? We've got the Nutella French toast.
We have an omelet. We have a chicken sous vide.
That's delicious. And
And
this
the
is?
And we
panini.
have a panini sandwich.
Wow, what a morning.
Holy smokes, this is unbelievable.
So we're right at the corner of Southeast 1st Street and 6th Avenue.
Come on down and check out Corner Porch. Ready to dig in?
We're ready to begin, and don't be late because we got to get to eating.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome again.
Thank you. See you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers. When you have a passion for what you do, share it with the world. Tell us what you do, no matter what you specialize in. We know that passion creates joy, and we will be more than ecstatic to help you share your success with everyone else. We will come to you, and we are eager to experience your craft.
The Brooklyn Cafe TV is loaded with some of the best in the video market, so we will find the best way to capture what you do and create something that will sell your business. Come on down to 1440 North Federal Highway at the heart of Delray Gallery to be on the Brooklyn Cafe show, or contact us at 888-994-4995.
And we're
And
back.
We are back on I want to say it's a wonderful Wednesday. It is. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we're still eating. I'm stuffed.
Well, the cafe has a new sheriff in town, baby.
Oh my, we're going vegan.
We're gonna go. We're gonna be. I would love to be a cafe that serves food, ideas, products, right? All at the same time in the same bubble.
Oh my gosh, Susan Moorline, this is delicious. Between your food and Chef Z Food, amazing. How are you doing over there, Hector?
Hector, how is it?
I can smell the sauce from here.
It doesn't taste like tuna. You put a half a bottle of habanero sauce on. My mouth is on fire just watching you.
Is it good?
It's good. It doesn't taste like tuna.
I gotta admit, I never knew that I like hot sauce until today.
Come on, you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I don't. My father makes it that he tears.
You don't
So
like it?
I said to him, Dad, is it hot? He says, what do you think? I grew up this way.
I'm going to call Jamie, who came yesterday with the 3D puzzle, because she brought all of these Amazon sauces because they were a client of hers for a puzzle. And let's bring them on the show and let's do like a hot sauce challenge.
I got an idea.
Okay.
She has this puzzle, right? So she asked us to put a puzzle together. She's gonna put this big, huge puzzle, it's like 8 feet.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go on the road so that people can play with the puzzle. But I don't want any starters. I want maybe 1 or 2 pieces and no numbers.
The kids are doing the numbers.
Because that way it means they can't figure it out until the show is over. And then we take Mrs. Vegan here with us. and we go on roads where food isn't being served, but you'll be able to hand out your cards and finger taste. I mean, I don't want to feed the world, but finger taste.
Right.
And watch what happens.
You know, we could go to one of the homeless shelters. I know, Hug a Tree.
I know, hug a tree.
Hug a Tree and actually feed people in need. Just saying, we could do something bigger and better.
Yes, we could do bigger and better.
Hug a tree.
Dawn took me one time to a warehouse. And when I mean a warehouse, I mean like an airport hangar warehouse to do a show.
Yes. It was a food pantry.
Food pantry. And there are people that come in with their little carts and they buy stuff like Home Depot, big boxes and stuff. And we're sitting there and she says, "Oh, can we get rid of these pallets of food?"
It was Ruth Rails. It was Jewish Family Services, their food pantry, and they had food left over from the Passover previously.
Okay.
Which meant it had to get thrown away before Passover was coming again.
Sure.
We had to get rid of it,
And we couldn't get rid of it, Susan.
but we
Really?
did.
You see, somebody like you will get rid of it in lickety split.
Yeah.
I called the Haitian Nation, Leslie Jock. I called everybody. They couldn't get a truck there fast enough. And then they got a phone call from somebody to watch the
They
show.
watched the show. I think it might have been Food for the Poor, and they came and they picked up pallets
everything.
and pallets of
Wow.
food.
Free. All you got to do is get it out of there.
They just had to get it out. They just had to move it out. But think there's a lot of places like that. And this is the time of year where people need food. And there was actually a gentleman that called, remember, and Rails Food Services didn't reach all the way up to Palm Beach Gardens. So she said, call 211. You know, if you call 211, they have information on everything. And they helped him find a food pantry that would help
wow.
feed him and his wife.
But there's so much to give. But I like the idea, if you want a restaurant, open a restaurant at the lowest cost possible. I even have commercial kitchens.
Really?
Now you go in there, no insurance, no nothing. You pay a fee like a rental,
Yeah.
and the kitchen's all yours.
I have a peanut butter buckeye.
And then you can mass produce without spending stuff in your house.
Right.
And then that teaches you whether or not you really want to get into this business. I'm going to tell you, this is a tough business.
Did you ever
I
have
know,
a
my
restaurant?
parents owned bagel stores for years.
Really?
Did they?
Yeah, and we're not even Jewish.
See that?
But we make a hell of a bialy, that's for sure. My
That's
brother has
impressive.
the last bagel store in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah, it's on Washington and 7th.
We should do a story on him.
What is it with you
The
two?
last bagel store in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Her brother.
I think that's a pretty cool story, right? It's the evolution.
Well, I think there's
of the-
another bagel store, but like his is the best anyway.
The
Do you-
evolution of the bialy.
Do you remember the boat restaurant that was in, I think, Hoboken, wasn't it, on the river? And Hurricane Sandy sunk it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of that? I can't remember the name of that place. I used to hang out there.
Anyone remember the name of that place? Right in.
In Hoboken, there was a restaurant
I'll
on
have
the
to
water,
ask my brother,
on the
but-
Hudson.
Yeah, but I know that my dad used to own a big bakery as well called Shoning's, but Carlos bought it. You know, Carlos Bakery, the guy on TV, Cake Boss,
He
Your
bought
dad's
it?
bought my
bakery?
dad's bakery.
You ever went to Cake Boss Bakery? You ever go there?
I have not been there since it started. I mean, I know it was a long time ago that I learned how to make, like, you know, roses on cupcakes out of, you know, the, what do you call those things? The pastry bags, you know what I mean? And learned all those kind of things. So he owned a
That's
bakery for a
impressive.
while.
No
and then
wonder you love cooking and baking. It's just
I
in
love
your blood.
I love cooking. I mean, it's just, and recently we did not have a working stove for 31 days. So we had a
Really?
home warranty thing. So the guy came out, the part wasn't working, so I had to order another part. That took another 2 weeks. So, you know, thank God that Florida has vegan options because, you know, we eat Chinese food, you know, as well. We just get the fried rice without the egg. And then we get like the vegetable mai fung, which is great. But there's just so much vegan pizza you could eat and things. We don't really like to eat things out of a box as much as we possibly can because I like to make the food. So it's been nice to have the stove actually working again, and especially right before Thanksgiving.
You know, I'm
'cause-
really thinking about the last time I used my stove as I'm talking to you. I boiled barley with water on it the other day, and I think my son made eggs last week. It might get more use this weekend when the kids are home than it's probably gotten in
Dawn,
about
I think it was
31 days.
I think it was 1993 when you last
Come
used
on
that.
over here, Miss Beautiful Jermina. Happy
How are
Thanksgiving
you?
to you.
Now I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You're funny. You know, you're really you're hysterical. It's the last time I used my stove. Vegan, cauliflower rice. Do you know how to make that?
Of course.
Really?
Of course.
Is it difficult to make?
Not at all. If you have I think the two staple things in your kitchen really that vegans need is a Vitamix, because it can, it can actually puree cashews. Sometimes if you don't have a Vitamix, you basically have to soak your cashews for like 2 to 3 hours in warm water. And then definitely a food processor is vital. So that's what I can do with the cauliflower rice. You can do some fresh vegetables with it. You can put fresh garlic and then just have a nice steamed, and then you can actually make a creamy dressing, like a sauce, over the cauliflower rice as well.
Well, and Annie will tell you, as a Latino, we like rice and beans. I can't eat rice anymore because as a diabetic, I don't digest the carbs in it.
Well,
Even the
what
brown
about
rice.
brown rice?
Even brown. So it's less, but
She says, I'm not
still
staying.
happens. So if I have cauliflower rice with the black beans or red beans, or I love beans, it doesn't spike my sugar at all. But I always buy it made, the cauliflower rice. I go to Publix and I pick it up. I always wanted it's frozen. I always wondered if it was fresh. How do you make it?
So, okay, how I did the cauliflower, is I wash it first, and then I, cut it at the base with my Cutco scissors, and then I just chop it in half. But what you want to do is take the same thing that you were doing if you're going to make the cauliflower wild wings, but put it in the food processor and just pulse it a couple times until it looks like it's shredded, like
Jaja, let's leave that one.
like
Let's
chunks
put
of
this one
cauliflower.
over there.
That's
We'll move
it.
the short one over here.
And then you can steam it. I usually like to throw it in a sauce, like a skillet with some vegetable stock, and then add all your, your vegetables that you want to it with the rice, and it's delicious. And what's really good with it as well is when I make a chickpea omelet, putting that cauliflower rice in the chickpea omelet.
Now, Chef C made me chickpea noodles. Oh my God, I almost fainted.
Yeah, they sell those. They sell a lot of chickpea noodles.
It was the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life. And I said to her, and she's never brought it back. She's keeping me wanting, you know what I'm saying? And I said to her, this has to be on the menu. So Mo came to meet her. And they're talking about putting it in his restaurant as a dish.
I also make a great fettuccine Alfredo, which you cannot tell that the Alfredo sauce is delicious.
Jermina, there is, and Shirley and Milo, there's cauliflower hot wings over there and vegan tuna fish. Cauliflower hot wings. And yesterday we've got all of these amazing Amazon hot sauces.
Oh,
you put
you like hot sauce, right?
I love hot sauce.
She
I
loves
know
hot
she
sauce,
loves
and
hot.
Hector has the habanero in front of him. So enjoy, dig in. All of this food is
Plenty
from
of
Susan
food over
Warline.
there, yes.
What is that? What kind of sandwich is that?
It's tuna. Would you like
Tuna,
some?
you want to try this? This is,
Tuna? Tuna?
it's not tuna.
Really tuna. It's vegan tuna.
It's
Yeah,
vegan.
it's vegan. It's made out of chickpeas.
Chickpea tuna.
Cheese as well?
It's vegan.
All
Everything is vegan. Yesterday we had a turkey, which was
Turkey
the
was not
only
vegan.
thing that wasn't vegan. Everything else, including the pumpkin pie,
Was delicious.
which was unbelievable. I've never in my life tasted anything so delicious that was all vegan.
And so is the cranberry sauce. Normally it's
Wow.
just
It was
saying it's
crazy.
got the can rings on the bottom. Just saying, not this.
Can ring.
Yeah.
Oh, you get it? You don't like it out of a can?
Well, it's
Honey.
not like chefs or what Susan's
No,
creating.
no. I have been exposed to a new world. Because I'm going to be honest. I said this is the vegan side. This is the not so vegan
Yes,
side.
I remember
I
that.
can live on the differences, what you bring to the table and what Chef brought to the table. I can live on without having to eat the meat. And I love meat. I'm going to tell you. Carnivorous, what is it? Carnivore? I love meats.
I used to. My husband used to be the barbecue,
King?
guy and king, and we don't miss it at all. Not at
Well, I can see why, honey.
Yeah.
There's so, you know what, Freddie? We got to clear some of this up.
Where you going now?
I'm going to pass this over because poor Jermina, she's got 2 bouquets of beautiful flowers. She's got our hope hearts in front of her. We just need a bigger boat.
We're
You going to put that in front of you, Susan? Okay.
Yeah, put it right here so everyone can see it.
Nice.
These are from Blossom Moments Floral, and I haven't told you, but I'm going to be borrowing some of these for my table tomorrow. I'll bring them back on Friday.
No.
I'm thinking I could go home and make some centerpieces, or I can borrow. I can rent
we
them.
Borrow.
we will negotiate.
I'll rent them for the day, and then
We
I'll
will-
bring them back on
we
Friday.
will negotiate. Now I have to ask. This arrangement you have here, the different flowers. This one on the outside, what is that?
That's mini calla lilies.
Mini calla lilies.
Yeah.
Mini calla lilies.
Mini calla lilies.
A
Yes.
calla lily, but they're calla lilies.
I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you're understanding
We're
my.
international here today.
These are the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And what's the purple one?
The purple one, I don't know if I can pronounce it well.
Mini Kalalili?
These feel like velvet.
Something about
These look like velvet.
ARROW.
Now, can I get these purple ones and plant them in front of my house?
I don't
Do
know.
they sell
maybe,
them?
I've
She
never
doesn't know.
I've never seen them. Like, I'm sure you.
You
can,
never
but
seen them. You
I
brought
mean,
them.
The plant itself.
Ah,
like,
how did you find these? Where did you find these?
At the wholesale.
They're beautiful.
Okay, I'll make a
They
deal
are.
with you. I'll make a deal with you.
Oh, he's changing
You
his
can
mind.
take anything you want, but I gotta take those to show. I gotta show these off. This is unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
And the
You're
big
calling out.
orange
Wait,
one.
I already called dibs. You can't double dib what I called
You didn't
on.
call dibs. You said you were borrowing flowers. You didn't say those.
I guess I need to be a little more
I
specific.
think what I would like to do is I want to take them to NN and put them on the set, and then I'm gonna take them home. These are spectacular.
Thank you.
If you love flowers and are into arrangements, this is an unbelievable arrangement.
Absolutely magnificent. And how can they find you and Blossom Moments Floral?
Email me at blossommoment7@gmail.com, or you can call at 561-951-6343, or go to my website. What is it? bmgevents.net.
bmgevents.net. How about that?
Don't give me the smile, because you're working me. I know it. You're working me. But these are
God.
spectacular, and people can order this arrangement. Yes. Can you do it twice?
I have
Maybe?
a bunch of arrangement to do now. That's why I can't stay long today.
She's
and
busy.
they are fixing my house. Everything is upside down.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving before you leave us?
I'm trying to do Thanksgiving for my kids and in a dusty house.
In a dusty house. There's nothing better than a dusty Thanksgiving.
bmgevents.net. Give Blossom Moments a call at 561-951-6343. These are absolutely amazing. And Jermina, we're talking about grateful. We are so grateful for you and all of these
Thank
amazing
you. I'm
flowers that
grateful
you
for
bring
you
to our
guys
set
as well.
all the time. Susan has skincare. So if you're looking for a new skincare line to try, Trey Skin RX. And if you order now online, Trey Skin RX /Flying FOR Hope. Half of the proceeds go back to raising money for people in need of trying to get to loved ones or in crisis or for medical care. Susan is providing them flights and raising money for all of that.
It's a tremendous cause. Now, I want you to lift that box in front of you.
Inside the box,
And I
there's
want
a gift
No,
for you.
don't lift the box. Just
Open
lift
the
the
lid.
Open the lid. And I want you to go in there and pick one of the coins. Don't look at the coin. What's the matter with you?
Only one?
Yes, one. And then I'll show you what you're going to do with it.
Inside the box are our,
What does the coin say?
The Brooklyn Cafe.
and what's
Show.
the other side
What's the
say?
other side say?
Joy.
Joy.
That is your coin. And there's a number in the bottom of that coin. If you go to the Brooklyn
The
Cafe.
bottom?
Yes.
I don't see any numbers.
That's the second person that told us
I'll
that.
have to check the numbers. A heart of hope. A hope heart.
You don't see a number on there?
No.
No place? Maybe that's an unnumbered
We'll add
number?
a number.
You can double check.
Check and see if there's a number. Because if not, we have to take it out and do it again.
Yes, it's number 2.
Oh,
Number 2.
I didn't see it.
So
Yeah, it's right here.
this is so you can hold hope
in
in
the
your
back?
hands. A heart hope, Jermina. And
Oh,
so that is
now
for
I
you to
see.
always hold hope in your hands.
Oh, yes.
And then you're going to register it on our brooklyncafe.tv website that you are the owner. And when you are ready to pay it forward to somebody else who needs some hope and a heart, you give it to them and they will go on brooklyncafe.tv and register it. And we want to see where all of
Oh,
these,
cool.
our first 100 hearts get to
That's
go.
a good idea.
We want to see
And
how much hope
Susan
we can
gets to pick one
spread.
as well.
And at the end of the month, we're going to pick a number, and that person's going to win a prize or something from the sponsors that we have if they pick up the phone.
So say it again. I go register.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to go to brooklyncafe.tv, which is our new website that Gio is launching
Saturday.
Saturday.
So
for
don't register until
Thanksgiving.
Saturday.
You'll get to
Okay.
go on and register it, and you always have hope in your hands. Because
That's right.
sometimes people need to hold the hope in their hands, physically hold it, because sometimes we lose faith.
Yep.
And we should never, but if you hold it in your hands, you always have it with you.
But it's something that you're going to get forward. I remember we learned this trick from somebody who did this at the radio station up in BZT. And she gave out a coin, and that person gave it to somebody. They gave it to her. She gave it to me, and I gave it to somebody. It was in 5 different hands in that one show. Remember that?
Wow.
Absolutely. It was
So
a
we
gratitude
want
coin.
to push the love forward, and maybe we can change things a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it's going to change the world, but if it changes a percentage of it,
A
it's
little
worth
bit
it.
of hope at a time. Why
Something
not?
like what you do.
Yeah, that's why we say changing lives one flight at a time. And like I said, it's amazing how we can take that burden off of them financially so they can focus on what's important, and that's their family.
That's
and
right.
The treatment they need to get to. You know what I mean? It's just, and that just speaks volumes when you hear the testimonials from some of our clients that give to us. It's just, you don't realize what an impact you really made until you meet them. And I've only met one of our clients in person, and that out of everyone that we have flown. But I keep in contact with them to find out how they're doing and how especially if someone has passed away or how their treatment is. One lady that we flew to her treatment because they wouldn't pay for it is now in remission now because of us.
How do people find you?
You can go on it. We're all on social media, but it's flying4hope.com. And you can find us online. You can find us on Instagram at flying4hope, as well as Twitter, flying4hope, and then Facebook is FOR, so flying4hope.
If you have a loved one, you're trying to reach out to a loved one, or you want to support their cause and their foundation, their big gala is Saturday of Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day weekend, so the golf is on Thursday. Then we got the McCarthy sisters doing their fitness and beauty tour on Friday. And then Saturday is the big gala.
And that's at PGA, right?
PGA, yeah. And Jay Ziegler is our auctioneer. I actually just met with him before I got here today.
Jay is great.
Yeah, Jay's
All
great.
right, there'll be much more information about that going forward. We're going to get ready for a 1 o'clock hour. Jermaine, I don't know if you're staying, but if you still want to get your Thanksgiving flowers or put in your holiday order for Christmas or Hanukkah, give Blossom Moments a call. 561-951-6343 and tell her Freddie and Dawn sent you.
That's right.
Stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 and 2,
Which
right
is
on the
fun.
radio. See
We'll
you in a
be
few.
right back.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety?
If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. From erectile dysfunction to eczema, heartburn to headaches, carpal tunnel to how to lower cholesterol drug-free. Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Attention seniors, the Medicare open enrollment period is here. Changes are coming to Medicare in 2019. Are you ready for them? Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and let Debbie and her team review the biggest changes coming to Medicare in 2019. Plans change and so do your healthcare needs. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080.
If you had any idea how absolutely insane the stock market is,
Unconventional wisdom is sweeping the nation, and you are next.
you need to stop being dependent on a paycheck.
The Del Walmsley Show is on WNN, Mondays at 5, Tuesday through Friday at noon.
Darren College, a former NFL Super Bowl champion, signed the most important contract of his life to serve in the Army National Guard.
I've had a lot of military in my family. It's a big part of what my family's done for a long time. I want to go out there and make a difference. I didn't find that working behind a desk, so for me it was a pretty easy decision to make. And then the opportunity to serve my community and serve my country was just icing on the cake.
To learn how to be part of the Army National Guard, log on to nationalguard.com. Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear, Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
Welcome to the Probiotic Protection Zone. The Airbiotic system distributes millions of safe and all-natural environmental probiotics into the air and on surfaces using the latest ultrasonic and nanotechnology. Airbiotics is a movement to save us and the future generations from antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Reduce your risk of allergies, skin infection, colds, and flu. Get rid of deep-seated odors and enter into a protective shield of Airbiotics. Order your Airbiotics personal or environmental system today at airbioticszone.com. AIRBIOTIXZONE.com. Good for use in nursing homes, schools, travel, or daily use. Order yours today. airbioticszone.com.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery. It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470. Right?
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, part 2.
Part 2, part 3,
Part
more
4,
food.
part 5.
I can't
I'm
breathe.
stuffed. I'm stuffed.
Well, why we still have more food in front of us?
Because I don't want it to go away. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida. Listen, Facebook is driving me crazy. So if you're watching the show today, please, sharing is caring. Share it out so that people can also see and come in on the fun. If you're in the neighborhood of 1440 North Federal Highway, come on down to the heart of Delray and check out what we got going on down here and have a little fun.
We've got some Buffalo Wild Wings cauliflower, vegan style, vegan tuna fish made out of chickpeas. I'm telling you, I want to do.
Are you going to eat this?
No, it's all yours. I can't breathe. I've been eating since yesterday. A show on the evolution of the tuna fish sandwich. I know, it sounds so random, right?
Slightly.
But I think back to when my grandparents used to always make tuna fish sandwiches. And then my mom used to make it, then I stopped eating it because of the calories and the fat and mayonnaise.
Tuna never tastes so good.
Until Freddie. And
Until
Freddie
Freddie
started
what?
making tuna fish sandwiches.
Yes.
And now Susan brings vegan tuna fish sandwich. I'm thinking also the evolution of the green bean casserole.
I think you just love the word evolution today.
The green bean casserole. Look how much foods have changed.
Do you know I never ate green bean casserole?
You didn't eat the...
Is my mic on? One on?
the cream of mushroom soup.
I never ate that
That's good.
until I came to Florida.
And then with the crunchy onions, right? Nothing healthy, but we all ate it. And now you make a vegan green bean casserole.
Yeah, and I put the onions in
Okay.
an air fryer with
That's
the same
amazing.
breading that I would use on the cauliflower.
okay.
There's so many options. It almost makes food fun.
Makes
now I
food
understand
fun.
why you think food is fun.
Food is fun.
Never to me it wasn't.
And the funny thing is that when you try different things, like you did what you did, and you have all these recipes, my God, the world's waiting for you.
And the Buckeyes, between Susan and Chef C, what we did yesterday, we had Thanksgiving, we had Friendsgiving on the set, and I think everyone really enjoyed it. We've been doing a lot of Thanksgiving, and it hasn't even hit yet. We're
3
still
days.
Another day. 3
I've
days
gained
of
14
Thanksgiving.
pounds.
Yeah,
Ain't
my
too
mistake
happy.
was getting on the scale this morning. I'm just saying, not a good thing.
But it's all healthy, it's all good, and that's what it's all about.
It's all about friends and being thankful and sharing. We had Jermina from Blossom Moments Floral on the set the last hour, and she's so amazing. So if you need holiday orders, give her a call, 561-951-6343. You can find her also at bmgevents.net. Tell her Freddie and Dawn sent you. Always so gracious. I'm just saying, I call dibs on the flowers. You and I will have to figure it out at the end.
You
of
can have
show.
the flowers. I'm just taking this one.
What are these?
No, but there's flour, there's flour, there's flour. It's like a whole flour
And
delicatessen.
you're taking these where?
I'm going to bring them back Friday. I'm doing the same thing as you. I'm showing them.
But you're not even having Thanksgiving at your house.
I go to my son's house.
Okay, you can share it with your son.
The radio station, I'm making it mobile. I'm only kidding. They're beautiful, though.
We got a lot going on. You can find us at 95.3 FM 1470 AM. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. If you're looking for catering, you can contact Susan at myconsciousplate.org. All right, and proceeds for My Conscious Plate. She also is working with Flying for Hope, and we're going to talk about that. We've got the beautiful music of Kendra with us today. Your mom's been watching. She's probably thinking, Kendra, where are you?
Where are you?
Mom, she's here.
Now, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing. I'm continuing being busy, staying fresh, staying consistent, and yeah, just a lot of exciting things in the works, and manifesting everything every single day.
And you were in Paris, right?
Yes. I
Not too
was.
long ago.
Yeah, Paris was definitely one for the books. I mean.
How
just
long
the
were you there?
energy. I was there for Fashion Week. So just the whole week I was there doing.
Were you modeling or singing?
I mean, like.
Because you do both.
I could do both humbly, but no, I was there promoting my 2 new singles, Laid on Me and Self Control, and yeah, just doing a bunch of performances, and I attended some fashion shows, which really I drew a lot of inspiration from.
It's really funny, but we met Kendra, what, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you are rising up to the occasion, you always want to maintain to stay humble. So
Absolutely.
that's what she does. And I love putting her in that box because, Kendra is halfway home. And the next time you see this young lady, she's going to be on one of the mega shows and she's going to be getting awards and everything else because your style has changed, your voice has changed, everything about you has grown.
Well, I mean, it's all a matter of like evolution.
The evolution.
There you go.
Evolution today.
I was
Hashtag evolution today.
I was talking about you yesterday and told them that you were going to be here today, and they said, "The Kendra? It's so funny." Yeah, the Kendra. She's going to be here? Yeah. Oh my God, I follow her everywhere. It was the funniest thing because in the day, I used to say Kendra, and people say, okay, they used to nod politely, and I don't know who the hell you're talking about. But now, billboards and everything else that you're doing, congratulations.
Congratulations, and thank you for joining us.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and I always love coming back here just because the energy here is just so genuine and fun. And I mean, you guys you can tell that you have fun doing it.
Oh, this is a bunch of fun.
Are you vegan?
I am pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
I always
What is she,
say
a delicatessen?
I do surf.
She's delicious.
I always say I do surf, not turf. So.
Okay, that's
Surf,
cool.
serve, not turf. So no
Not
meat.
turf, yeah.
So that's vegan.
No, vegan
That's
you can't have.
vegetarian. Vegan do not eat any animal product.
Ah,
No.
so you're like the right hand and the left with me. This is the vegan side. This is the
It's kind
not
of
so
like your hat in between.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
like twice a week, I'll have some like fish, or oysters. I love oysters.
Oh, so you can't have seafood either as a vegan?
That is very true.
Well, I don't know.
It's a plant-based whole food diet. Nothing
Only
that,
plant?
if it poops, we can't eat it.
So have a happy
If it has a
Thanksgiving.
face, you can't eat it.
And
you
if it poops,
you can't eat it either.
right.
That's
Remember that book?
No.
Everybody poops. Why come everything reminds me of a book?
You know, the Hemp Show last night, they had the Queen of Poop on the air.
Seriously?
Yes.
Who is the queen of poop?
She tells you what's wrong with your body by your feces.
Really?
Yep. The color, the size, the texture, everything. Everything has a reason. The human body has a reason it does what it does.
Of course it does.
I'm
It's
sitting
just
there,
things.
and my eyes lit up like this. And when she came out, she says, "Hi, how are you?" I says, "Don't shake my hand, please."
I told you my first internship when I worked at Channel 4 with Montage. We did a segment. I was
The
an
poop
assistant
queen?
producer. No, it was about a woman who drank her urine.
Ew.
Because urine is sterile, and you can do that. And apparently
What
there are
the
all these
hell
kinda
is
health
wrong with
benefits.
you? I would only do that with jellyfish
if I got stung by a jellyfish.
Except her eyes turned yellow in the segment.
She's lucky she didn't get like a disease.
The things you remember. It's funny that I actually went to school
What
to
does
do
that
this.
have to do with the poop queen?
Poop, urine, it's all coming
Food,
from
urine,
all
it's all
kinds
what
of places.
Thank you, Shirley.
It makes perfect sense.
We've got Shirley Gilad and her son Milo with us. Thank you for joining. You know, the benefits of when school is out is we get to have some of these really special kids join us on set. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Milo,
Holy smokes, this guy has a voice for radio.
Milo did
How you
TEDx.
doing?
He did TEDx Youth.
Really? Milo, let me tell you something. I'm going to introduce you to a new world called Fred X.
Fred X. Okay, let's hear more about this.
And we are going to do it with people, young people of your age. I got the gang behind me. They're going to put this together. We're going to ask FAU or some other stadium, and I use the word loosely, to bring in people so that you have 20 minutes, maybe a half hour to talk about what you, because they only gave you 2 minutes, right?
They give me 5. Yeah.
5.
We're upping it. And then we're going to bring you on here to talk more about your experience and then bring forward others. See, he kind of likes it.
Yeah, I can get behind this idea.
You know, the benefits of social media, Shirley posted, and we met Shirley through Noah. And Shirley has a practice, we're going to talk about it. And she posted a very proud mama moment of Milo. And I saw him, and I said, oh my gosh, would he come on our show? And she said, yeah, but he's in school. And I said, great, let's wait for Thanksgiving, because nothing better than hearing a story of perseverance, right? You talked about, I want to say, the road less traveled.
Yeah, that was the theme of the entire talk, where everyone was just talking about the roads they took that were less traveled, you know. And my talk specifically was about my struggles with autism, how I overcame my issues with that, and what I learned about, you know, the world and society as a whole from these struggles of mine.
How old are you?
I'm 16 and a half.
Half?
He just got the half when he sat down.
Did he? You keep going, this you'll be
Yeah,
17.
I just learned that.
So let me get this right. You're almost 17. And you've been on TED Talk?
TEDx, yeah.
TEDx, yeah. Slightly
And
less impressive, but yeah.
But still impressive at the age of 16, right?
Wow.
I mean, what was I doing? Picking my nose and my ear when I was 16. I didn't know right from wrong.
In that order.
And how do you know? How do you know that?
And what's so-
But
what's
here
so
you are
fascinating-
talking about something very, very in-depth, very heavy, because there's a lot of young men and women in the same circumstance that you are. So how did the talk go? How did you feel after you
Oh,
finished?
it went fantastic, yeah. It could not have gone better for me.
Were you
really.
excited about doing it?
I'm really nervous, but it didn't really hit me until the guy in front of me was going and I was backstage. And then kind of all at once I realized, oh, I'm next. 2 days ago, it felt like I was filling out my application to do the talk.
How did you get accepted, and what was the process like?
So they sent a school-wide email saying, hey, if you want to do a TED Talk, you should fill in this application. We'll see if we like what you have to say. So I did it, you know, gave the premise of my talk, you know, the autism and everything like that. And then they asked me to do a audition. It was a 2-minute version of the speech I actually gave. And then they said they really liked it. In fact, some of the people said that they were tearing up at the audition, or so they said.
Well, your delivery is magical.
Well, thank you.
I've been doing this a long time. A long time. And she will tell you that I don't work with just anybody. For me to work with somebody, I've only done this show with one person because her delivery to me was what it's all about. And here I am seeing that again 3 years later. Your delivery is impeccable.
Well, thank you so much for
You
that,
have
really.
charisma in your voice, your shoulders are square, and you sound like you're confident in what you're talking about. So tell me a little bit about what the talk was about.
So I began my talk just by saying, you know, I introduced myself And my lesser moments back when I was younger, when I was more severely autistic, I was talking about, how I couldn't really make eye contact with people. I didn't really see the importance in that. I didn't follow instructions. I didn't really answer my name, all that stuff. And at the end of the day, I ended up getting better from time alone. That kind of helped me mature. And looking back on all that helped me to realize that a lot of what happened to me in terms of elementary school, I wasn't really treated right. I was bullied a lot, and people just didn't understand me in there.
Mhm.
Like, even with my accommodations, my parents had to battle with the school to try and get me to be more accepted, to try and get me more accommodated in general. And I realized that we have to try and accept people more for who they are so that they can be helped to improve. We can't be forcing everybody to conform into a certain societal standard. That just doesn't work. They tried it with me, and it didn't work. Thank you.
It's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, so we need to be taking a
Amazing.
more practical approach, less heavy-handed, more understanding towards kids who may be difficult or different, and towards maybe society in general.
How old were you when you were diagnosed?
How old was I? I don't remember this.
Milo was diagnosed when he was 2.5, but we knew that he was neurologically off from a week old. And, through the years, we've put a lot of effort and time into...
Understatement.
It's an understatement. It's
Yes,
true.
but look at you. I mean, look
Right.
at, again,
But
the
here we are
evolution.
today, right?
Again, the
So-
word evolution.
Well, Milo, you don't feel bad talking about this because
No.
I'm really curious. Curious minds want to know. And in my world, we got to catch up to you. It's not the other way around. I don't think that you should be put in a box, and you know how I hate that. I don't think it at all. I think that everybody's created for a reason. And the way you see things, I wish the normal people, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
normal
the normal people.
I wish they had a glimpse of what you see. We got to
Very
catch up to
brilliant.
you. It ain't the other way
Very
around.
Right.
That's why they don't understand it. It's easy to hate. It's easy to be bullied. It's easy not to. Nobody comes over to you and says, "Listen, I want to figure you out. Talk to me."
It's very easy to fear the unknown. Yeah.
Right? I mean, nobody came up to you and said that.
No, not one person. Well, there were people like me in my school,
And how did they
who
treat
understood
you?
me more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were
And
you in a public elementary school?
Public elementary school.
So you were just mainstreamed into your classroom.
Yeah, for the most part. And I had accommodations too.
Maybe you want to tell them that you were kicked out of 5 preschools by the time you were 5.
Yeah, I was. By the time I was 5 years old, I'd been kicked out of 5 preschools. I think Grandview was one of them. What were the others?
No, let's not mention names.
I see.
Just run down the list of all the preschools.
Somebody call 1-800 our attorneys. Do you know that my son Giovanni was kicked out of 3 schools?
Ooh, he's coming close to me. I don't know. He might break my record.
Now Giovanni probably will get mad at me
By now
because
he's-
he's
because
okay.
I say certain things, but sometimes, and Giovanni to me is
It's
gifted.
brilliant. Your
He's
son
brilliant.
is brilliant.
But he's a little bit different. And I used to tell his mother, he's not the different one, you are. He's living the normal life. We aren't. And that's what I get the feel here. We got to catch up because you're the educator, not the one being educated. It's a whole different aspect to this thing. What are you going to grow up to be when you grow up? What are you
I want
gonna
to be a computer scientist, programmer, cybersecurity specialist, something among those lines.
Cybersecurity, of course he is. Are you good with computers?
Yes, I would say so.
Kendra,
So
you have something to say?
What's so fascinating, and I'm all about the story of absolute resilience, is that what you were diagnosed with, was a hindrance in communication, and to see you become such an influential communicator, that just shows signs of like pure resiliency, redemption, evolution, and I mean, I'm fascinated, and I just feel good about your presence and everything.
Do you understand
Thank
him,
you.
Kendra?
Yes, I do.
Kendra, when you were younger, did people understand you?
Absolutely not.
Well, Kendra's an old soul. Kendra is young, and you've been on this journey since you were very young, right? You were high school when you met her? You had to have been, because
I was in college actually, like at 19, 20.
so very
yes.
young, and your journey has been incredible. Talk about the youth, right? The beauty of when school is out is we get to you're out of school, but we get to have you all come on set and be present, and what keeps us going is the unique minds in our studio. And every one of our producers and interns have a unique mind, and they look at things. We went to an escape room last week, and some of them could look at the clues before we even opened the
That would be
envelope
Hector.
and answered them.
That was
Because
scary, the way he
Hector,
did that.
the way your mind works is a genius. Amazing what you see. And everyone's mind works differently, right? If we could accept everyone for their strengths and who they are,
Everyone's
instead of bullying
wired
them
in
for
it-
their
in-
differences, right?
yes.
What a much better world of hope. There's our hope box. I can tie this all together and just keep going. But we got to go to commercial break. Imagine just spreading more hope and acceptance in this world on Thanksgiving, and I think that's the message we need to share out. Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
Right back.
You want to set Kendra up?
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
And just, it gets broader instead of closer together. And the politics of it all is.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With V-Card Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. V-Card is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. V-Card fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. V-Card is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. V-Card Global is the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand.
Where'd you go to high school?
Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Another first today. Let me see if it works.
I got a guy. jenng.vcardinfo.com.
He reminds me of Gio. Right?
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or inflammatory autoimmune disease? Are you ready to feel your best and take responsibility for your own health? At thewellnesslabstore.com, we offer an array of
Do you know my
CBD
son,
cannabinoid products to
when
help
my son was
increase immunity,
approached by the
reduce pain, regulate
FBI
your moods, and
to
improve
work in the
sleep. CBD works by
anti-hacking
interacting
division,
with a person's
and he turned it down.
endocannabinoid system to keep your body in
He's running
balance. Visit
a
begin
division
your
that
journey to a
does
life of better health. Safe for
that
all
seeks
ages,
biological
with no
and drugs to
psychotropic
make sure that
effects.
they
Contact
are
us
legit. So
today,
he's working with the NFL.
thewellnesslabstore.com.
But he very similar to the things that you want. He doesn't think that the system.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are
I
back.
gotta get a better bell.
You need more cowbell, Fred.
I don't like this bell.
We
Something
gotta
wrong.
get you a better bell. We're back.
I got
to
a
Brooklyn-
fever and I need more cowbell.
I need more
Cowbell. On a wonderful, wishful Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we've got Milo Gilad and Shirley with us, his mom. We've got Kendra Erika going to do a song for us, keeping our
Kendra's
fingers
gonna do it.
crossed.
Hopefully this works. Now make sure that we turn off all the mics except hers. You know which one she's using?
She's using me too.
Okay, so turn everything else off. And Kendra, what's the name of the song you're gonna be singing?
This is Lay It On Me.
And this
Yes.
is hers. Facebook, don't get crazy on me. It's
This
her
is
song.
Kendra's song
And you're still using Baby D or D Baby or whatever?
CD Baby.
CD
I'm
Baby?
using TuneCore and Beatport right now.
All right, so you're gonna have to give me a letter because the chords are
Absolutely.
gonna be all over me. All right, so you want to try this? Let's see how it works. Let's go to 3, Let's shut everything down. All right, and let's play the one. Talk it to that mic.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for the challenge.
When it's skin deep, keep it raw and leave the seeds, and truth kills. Don't forget that time is healing. Focus, kaleidoscope of future meaning. I'm not afraid to see what's coming through me. I can only be just one, no time left to waste. Light and dark in everyone, written on their face. But I'm not the type to just back down. My voice ain't gonna be background. Just you wait and see what I create. Lay it on me. Under pressure, underwater, silence.
That was Kendra's phone. Kendra, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I was spending it with a. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Spending it with family, friends. You know, just enjoying that quality time before everything starts to whirlwind.
What's next on your agenda? What's coming up for the end of the year, beginning of 2019? Scary 2019.
I know, it's insane. I have a well, I'm currently on tour right now. I am going to be at the Manor in Will Manors on Saturday night after Chop. So I have 2 shows back to back, and I have Art Basel coming up at a few events promoting that. And funny enough, I have the Grammys in February.
Funny enough.
Yes.
Now let me ask you, what are you
People
doing
the
at the
Grammys?
What are you doing at the Grammys? You just gonna go, or you gonna sing, you gonna participate, or you just gonna be in the audience?
I am going to push for it all.
Way to go. Good for you.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm letting you know. When is the Grammys?
February 10th.
Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction.
Okay.
You are somehow are going to be participating at the Grammys. If I'm right, what's the Grammys in California?
Yes.
LA.
Okay,
Yes.
I make this prediction. If I'm right and you are actually gonna do something there, I'm gonna fly out to see you. I'm gonna take a
Well,
camera,
not
fly out
that.
to see you. I'm gonna bring it back and put you on the show with it. If I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'll say I never said that.
That's so much fun.
You got a
That'd be
50-50
amazing.
shot. That's pretty good.
I'm telling you, you watch. You're gonna be on the Grammys. I don't know what you're gonna be doing. Maybe cleaning garbage. I don't know. But you're gonna be actually doing something, performing on the Grammys.
That's really kind of you, Freddie.
That's
I mean, garbage
How about
time.
she sings would be a much better
That's an
prediction.
I don't want to tell her that because she's not going to believe me, but you watch. You're going to be doing something on the Grammys. I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's coming.
And I give thanks for, sending those vibes. And I send all the best of vibes back to you as reciprocity.
I mean, we talked about this, right? We said someday I'm going to want a cup of coffee because I'm going to be watching you on stage. Remember that?
Yes,
Remember? You knock
I
on
do
wood.
recall.
That's right. Knock on wood.
Kendra Erika's going to stay with us for the rest of the show. We've got Susan Warline with Flying for Hope. It's all about giving back.
How do you get her album?
Spotify, she said. What is the name of your album?
Well, it's a single. It's called Lay It On Me. And then the other one is called Self Control, which is a remake of Laura Branigan's Self Control.
You remember
And
that song?
It's the 25th anniversary since the song came out. And I turned 25 this year. So it's just it's so freakishly parallel. And it comes back in full circle. So
Now, is that the one you sang in Paris? Is that
Yes,
song?
I did.
Now, is that on the billboards? Is it on the number on the billboards? What number is it?
It's climbing right now. It was number 2 on Breakout.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And this is coming from somebody, and when I met her, she was just starting out, remember? You were just starting, you were just growing.
I was going through the growing pains, actually.
I
yes.
remember. And your style has changed. Your music has changed. Everything about you has changed. It's unbelievable.
I am.
It was a lot of fun. It's
A lot of growing pains growing, but look at her now, and always grounded and humble. Thank you for joining us.
Love
Absolutely.
it.
Right?
Now, I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
The coffee, the water, The water system. This water system is taking 15 days to clean itself.
How's the coffee?
I'm going to go try it now.
Clean Water Revival. We had them on the show about a month ago, and they sent us a water filter. We have to prime the filters.
What's it called?
Clean Water Revival.
That's the name of the company.
CWR.
And that's the whole apparatus over
It is
there.
the whole apparatus over there, but we had to prime the filters, which take 4 hours per prime.
It's been 2 weeks.
Which would be fine if this were in somebody's home, but because it's in our studio, it took 4 days. Because we fill it in the morning, we spend 4 hours, and then we fill it again the next day and spend 4 hours. So this might be our first cup of coffee.
Is it? Wait, he said this is going to be the best cup of coffee.
Well, I want to know what it tastes like.
I'm going over there.
Go get some
So you
coffee
go- you
for us.
talk-
And we're going to talk to Milo and Shirley. We're talking about, and we hate labels, right? But for some reason, people get labeled. Your process of growth is incredible. But for your mom and your dad, you have siblings?
I have one sister who's 27.
She's older. And what was it like, Shirley, when you knew Milo was born with neurological difficulties and going through the steps of, as a parent, what you have to go through, right? It's not what you always expect it to be. And you have, what are the steps? And this is what you do. You're a psychologist, you work with hypnotherapy, you do a lot of this.
I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not a mental health professional. I am a family nurse practitioner.
Okay.
I'm a behavioral analyst. I'm a nutritionist and certainly a hypnotherapist, and I teach mindfulness and meditation. But going back to your question, really, there was nothing in how Milo presented from a week old on that was anything that we could have expected. I think his sister, Corinne, probably in the beginning suffered the most. She was secluded to her room because it was impossible to live a normal life in the household. Milo was screaming. It wasn't crying, it was screaming. Probably 20 out of 24 hours.
Wow.
He would sleep maybe for an hour, wake up and scream for an hour. We used to watch TV. I would have him in my arms screaming, and we would watch TV with the subtitles. The sound was off because it was pointless to try and listen to what was going on the screen. So it was tough. It really was a very, very difficult time, and it's not that it was a week like that. It was years of that, where his social communication was non-existent. He would be running around in circles and having some kind of dialogue with himself.
Do you remember all this? You're shaking your head, yes.
I remember, I don't know how many people know about this, but hand flapping is a very common thing, and I remember that pretty distinctly. And I would entertain myself for hours doing that. I can't say exactly how I managed to do it, but I do know that I could do that. I don't remember the running around circles. It was soothing to me.
Yeah.
That I can remember.
Yeah, and this is self-stimulation is a very common characteristics of kids on the spectrum. So he would take, let's say this was a little toy car, and as far as he was concerned, he could do this for hours, just following the toy with his gaze. And that's where we started coming in with therapies and intervening and introducing floor time and play therapy and getting him out of that place, but not forcing him out, engaging with him where he was, and then bringing him to us more and more, each day, each month, each year.
Early intervention's really imperative to do.
Now, I got a question. What happens if it goes where no one comes to his aid, no one helps him, and he's going through this by himself until you get to college? I mean, you're still not in college, or are you in college?
I'm in high school, senior,
High school.
or junior.
So sometimes you got to go down this road alone. And sometimes you have a gift where you can sing. Sometimes you're an artist and you can paint. And the whole world is around you and they still don't understand you. So what do you do if nobody comes to your aid? Even your parents sometimes, what do you do? How do you fix it? What do we do? How do we call it out?
You're asking Milo, you're asking Shirley.
I'm asking anybody on the floor.
So what happens with kids that don't get early intervention, that are neglected through this process, is they don't do very well. Really, that's what happens. And I have to say, there are parents that invest as much as we have. And we were interacting with Milo all his waking hours. He wasn't aware that he was working, but he was working. in whatever we did, we interjected that as an opportunity for communication. So what you're seeing is the combination of the really immense investment and the potential that he has. Because there are kids that, despite their parents' best effort, won't present like this at 16 and a half. But at least I think for parents, and this was his message in the TEDx talk, is to give it all you got, to at least make the most amazing effort that you could put into your child so they will be able to show their potential.
Do you remember the 2-minute, I guess, interview or talk that you gave? Your audition?
Like the whole talk in my head.
Some of it?
It's passed out of my head by now, but I can.
Can you give us a little
I can give you
rendition of what it
synopsis.
was?
I can
Okay.
give you a rendition. Like, you mean like you want me to recite it for you right here? Okay, okay. Let's see what I can do.
People to learn more about you.
All right, all right. When you look at me, what do you see? Do you see a teenage boy in front of you, or do you see the boy who was kicked out of 5 preschools by the time he turned 5? Do you see the boy who would run around in circles, covering his ears because he couldn't bear the noise? Or do you see the boy who would never follow instructions or answer to his name? Do you see the boy who would never look anybody in the eye because he couldn't understand why it was so incredibly important? When you look at me, do you see what makes me different? That was sort of the introduction to the whole thing. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. My name is Milo Gilad, and I was born on the autism spectrum. But actually, my name used to be Jonathan Gilad. I never once responded to my given name until I saw the movie that changed my life, The Adventures of Milo and Otis. My sister nicknamed me Milo after the troublemaking cat in the movie, and from that day forward, I would respond to no name except for Milo. And eventually, my parents legally changed my name to Milo Jonathan Gilad out of resignation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, are you ever going to write a book?
Write a book.
Please do, please do.
I never considered that, actually.
Well,
No.
I'm going to tell you, and my friend here next to me will tell you, sometimes you can sing the verses of a book, and people will read it because you are an inspiration to something that's looked at negatively and turn it positive. Yeah.
Yes, and just your presentation and your cadence and your voice. It's definitely, you have such a gift.
Thank you.
And to harness that and to really apply it is incredible. So I just want to say that.
Your presence and what you've overcome and where you are at 16 and a half. So much to go and grow. I mean, you can just see it's going to be explosive, what he can do and what he has done.
And I applaud your parents.
Yes.
Who stood by you and fought for the change. I think one of the biggest problems that we have is that our parents,
They
give up, or they go into being absorbed into the negative thinking, because it's a whole lot easier to be negative than to be positive. And there's a big difference between a leader and a follower.
Yeah.
Right?
It takes strength to be positive, and it takes that soldier and fighter mentality to be positive. And it just makes me happy to say that you're just scratching the surface right now.
That's true too.
And from Kendra, who started when she's probably about your age on her journey of where she is, scratching the surface. You're absolutely right, and that to your point, you are just beginning. And your presence is incredible. We're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back, Shirley, I want to ask you about your specialty in your hypnotherapy and staying present and mindfulness. Did that help you? Did you always do this 16 years ago?
I will tell you all about it.
Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
I am Milo. I am Milo.
I could.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-E, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening to higher level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a wonderful Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
This is black.
That would be black. I wanted to taste the difference. What's in yours?
I have milk in mine. You don't want milk?
Taste the difference?
Yes. Annie, come here, honey. She's never going to drink this.
I hate that Annie makes me coffee. I always feel badly about that. I feel like, you know, it's just not right. But I would trip over the wires getting over there. So thank you, Annie, for that. And we're just talking to Shirley about...
Daniel. Somebody give Daniel a mic. I want to ask him a question. Kendra, your phone is on there. There you go. Somebody get Daniel a mic and put him on 3, because I want to ask Daniel a question. We had an idea. Daniel gave me an idea to open up the concession piece over here.
Maybe you wanted to put the coffee shop by the front windows.
As long as there's Twizzlers.
You got it.
Junior mints. Juju beads.
I got a whole bunch of that
Swedish
stuff.
fish.
Swedish fish.
I want to know, when can we crack the wall?
When?
Yes.
As soon as you get the plexiglass, I'll crack the wall.
Okay, so can you tell me what dimension? I'll get it at Home Depot, the plexiglass.
I have it in my phone. I already measured it.
The measurement? Okay, so give me that. I'll go get it on the weekend.
Concession stand in the cafe.
Do you have plexiglass?
No, but my husband's a structural engineer. He could design the whole thing for you.
We're just cutting out a wall and putting in a piece of plexiglass.
You have to make sure that, you know...
The wall doesn't fall down.
Doesn't fall?
No, it's not going to fall down.
We'll show you the concession.
You give me the dimensions, because I want to crack it open.
I'll text it to you.
I have stuff coming, and there are people. There's a meeting scheduled with you sometime today. There's about 15 different things people want to ask you. I had nothing to do with it.
Today?
Yes. Dawn wants to ask you, everybody wants to ask you a question. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming, new stuff. And people want to ask you.
He's on a whole nother level of new coffee and CBD, Dan. It's all good. But
Coffee, CBD.
Milo, your story is...
Coffee, CBD?
Your story is amazing. And I want to ask your mom, Shirley, you are very into mindfulness and hypnotherapy. Did you practice this when Milo was born?
Not really. So, we moved to Boca, actually. Milo was 2.5. He was diagnosed here. At the time, I was simply in survival mode. With what I know now, I wish I had that knowledge at that time. But that creates opportunities for me to help others in the situation that I faced at that time. I'm starting a mindfulness-based caregiver group in January. There are 2 opportunities to join us, both in-house and online. It's going to be live stream. Because I feel that when somebody can help you with the tools to manage those very, very challenging and difficult times, the whole experience is not going to become easy, but it's going to become doable, manageable. And we were having a very, very hard time with around-the-clock care, financially, on so many levels, in so many aspects. It was such a difficult time. So I've taken what I've studied since then, and I'm kind of going back in time and looking at how I can help more.
It's funny. We were just talking about He's on a whole nother level. We were talking about caregivers today, and often we think about caregivers as we age, as our parents are aging, right? It's one parent is usually the caregiver for another parent, right? It's that aging caregiver mentality. But when you step back and you have a child that isn't within the box of what we consider normal, and then you become the caregiver as well, and what it does to the family. And in some families, the parents split apart because the stress is so great.
Right. Divorce rate in families of children with disabilities is sky high.
And you've taken Milo's story and your story as a family, and you took the opportunity, right, not only to better Milo and your family, but to grow yourself. And now you have this thriving practice of mindfulness.
That is correct.
And sharing it into caregivers. So how can people partake in your caregiver opportunity?
So if you go to my website, all the information is right there, shirleygilad.com. Shirley without an E. I know it's an often confusing thing, but shirleygilad.com, under the events tab, all the groups are there. I'm teaching fundamentals of mindfulness course. There is mindful eating for weight loss, and there is the caregiver support group, which is a mindfulness-based curriculum that I created. And
for all ages of caregivers?
For all ages, also really caregivers are caregivers. Whether you're caring for a child with disability or for an elderly parent, the themes and the difficulties are the same. So everybody that is facing this
has
challenge.
No limits. Has no limits.
It has no limits, right?
Yes.
Right.
Limitless.
When you were going through school, was there bullying?
Oh, yeah.
Because you are a phenomenal, spectacular, magnificent young woman, but you don't fit within the box of kids going through normal school, regular school.
No, I mean, I always knew what I wanted to do. I just never knew the full capacity I could really, take myself. And just knowing that and being self-aware, I mean, people tend to envy that quality in others is when they're self-aware. I mean, because having that knowing, that's I mean, it's a recipe for envy and envious vibes towards you.
The bullying, and Annie, that's why I keep pushing you guys. We got to get that piece out. And I know it's taking a life on of its own, but we talked about putting a piece together on so many of our crew have been bullied. Mm-hmm. And for me, Freddie, you guys, Kendra, and you at Milo, I mean, the bullying that's going on is we just need to bring more awareness and acceptance to it. How can we do that? I mean, you're at the age where you can make a difference in people's lives.
Mm-hmm. Really, I think one of the bigger issues with, like, where I'm coming from, public school, elementary, I didn't have too many issues in, where I'm going now with private school, middle, and high school. But I think it's really on teachers and on parents not only to educate kids on being more understanding, but also just to keep closer look on what's happening, to see what's happening, and maybe to lend a more understanding eye to the situation. And I think, for the most part, how do I phrase this? When I actually started speaking up in the 5th grade, when I actually tried to, get them to do something about the situation, it disappeared in a fortnight. But, why did I say that? A night. But...
It's a great game.
But, anyway, before that time, I was not very smart, and I drew punches whenever I felt bullied, Even if they didn't lay a hand on me, I was the one putting hands on them, and teachers did not view that very nicely, obviously. But I also think that a little bit more could have been done about the situation in terms of what it was overarching, because the punching was just one aspect of the whole situation. I was getting verbally harassed at some point in time, and I feel like not enough was done about it then to really just be effective.
And I think often at times, especially at a young age, we go, oh, that's just kids, it'll pass, right?
Yep.
Or you say, rise above it.
Behavioral science is a real thing, and I'm always fascinated by it. I mean, I dedicate my art to it, in that the public educational system needs to put more of a focus on behavior rather than test scores, because yes, you can have great test scores, but you may end up becoming like a serial killer because of your behavioral patterns.
Good point.
So.
Yeah, and I think teachers don't really get the education that they should and deserve to get in order to manage a behavioral classroom.
Yes.
You put a person in front of a classroom of, if you're lucky, about 20 kids, and very, very little was done during their actual education to teach them how do you manage a positive classroom, right?
Yes.
How do you encourage positive behaviors, and how do you redirect negative behaviors? I've done this work for, Milo got me into this area of behavior analysis, and I became a board certified behavior analyst, and I was working through the schools for quite a few years doing exactly that, helping teachers get the tools to manage their own classrooms, because you might have just 3 kids that are problem, so to speak, kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Your
But
classroom is
they
done.
can take over your whole classroom.
Yes.
My first class I taught as a special ed teacher was an autistic classroom at Easter Seals in Miami. And there wasn't a whole lot of teaching going on. It was more about behavior management and controlling the self-stimulating habits. It was preschool. I was certified in birth to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you remember when you were that young?
Birth to 5?
0 to
I
5
don't
is what my
remember his
certification is. But that's what my certification is, in 0 to 5 years old, not 5th grade. And there was not a whole lot of teaching, as Shirley said. It's about classroom management and keeping your hands to yourself pretty much and doing what you have to do. And teachers, it's really hard because you're not giving that
Well,
training.
you're breaking patterns of people in that group so that they can be part of the system, the broken system. So we're teaching the broken system so that when you get to 6 and 10 and 12 and the system that is broken you've learned, you're just going to get buried. That doesn't make any sense.
There's so much information. And Milo, I applaud you. I want to just give out everyone's information before we run out of time. I want to thank you for coming on. If people want to get in touch with you, maybe you can inspire their school or their kids. How can they find you?
I have a website at milogilad.com, MILOGILAD.
And Shirley, for your...
They can follow you on Instagram.
Oh, yes, they can do that too, at President Milo.
President Milo, I love that. And Shirley, for your classes and your mindfulness.
So, easy to get in touch with me. You can call my cell. It's 561-504-6669, or the website, shirleygidal.com. I just started 3 days ago a free closed group that I accept everybody to. And it's a mindfulness and meditation community on Facebook where I run live meditations. They stay available, a mindfulness discussion. So just find me and join me on this path of mindfulness and just a better life for all of us.
Thank you. Susan, we can find you at?
flying4hope.com. And I was going to just say something to Milo really quick.
We're running out of time.
I know.
Sorry.
You being a caregiver, like you doing the caregiving, are you a caregiver to some younger children sometimes? Do you go in and talk to them?
Yes, I've worked in a...
Kendra, we can find your album on?
Spotify, iTunes, Beatport, and basically if you Google it, it'll pop up simply.
I did, and
Thank
it
you,
does.
Erica. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Be kind to each other. Be safe. No drinking and driving. We will see you Friday. Same time, same place. Black Friday right here on the set, empanada style.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
It's already 2 o'clock. I couldn't remember.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracasa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
.1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Get it straight from the expert's mouth.